right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. To throw, Daniels. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
4th down, here's Daniels. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Still has room inside the 15. Is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give left side, here's Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. Keeps it moving. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Calvin Austin on the return. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they They make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, give to Harris. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. That's the end of one. Both teams. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Fields out of the gun. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They kick the running back in motion. Fields on third. Put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play. Fourth down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
He got just enough of that one to make it count. Anything less, and that falls short. From that distance, though, you don't really care. You'll take the field goal no matter how it looks.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. He's got a gain of 6 there. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. A handoff for Robinson, running right. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders. facing 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Daniels. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Daniels from the pistol. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, Daniels. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball. It sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. He has it at the 5! And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Here's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back now, pressure on its way. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Running with Robinson. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Seibert's kick is up and good. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Harris once more. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Mike Tomlin eyeing that play clock, and he gets a timeout just before it runs out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Fields. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And he gets this forward to the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down, and they go right back to it. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 16. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff now to Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play fake here. Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Has a man. It's Brown. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Running left is Robinson. And they bring him down around the 34. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. carry for Robinson. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. A run here with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, a couple of real nice stops, forced 4th and 1.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
They'll run it with Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Back to throw. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Setting up to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Warren. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths.